Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get more simple than that. The receiver just running a hitch route, and he can't look the football in, and somehow it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action with Mack. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here.
Spade up, spade up. Spade eat, spade eat. Break. Copper.
Mack. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That
got a little grass. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation.
The Sneak scores it. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Release to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. Across the 25. Touchdown Seminoles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
The extra point here would tie the game, and they tacked on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive, and he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keelan Russell. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the field. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Russell. Working that left side now. They get the completion, but it won't be nearly enough as the defense is there to stop him short.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Knowles will try to move the chains on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. Russell fires to the big fella. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Russell on play action. Finds his big tight end. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Throwing Russell. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Fires downfield. With the catch, it's Riles. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Under fire. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
So now it's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pocket breaking down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle.
There's some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keelan Russell. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Goes high to pull it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Come on, flow, flow, flow. Let's go. Set. Come on, laser. Nice movement.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Russell finds his tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab. Turning it on. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keelan Russell. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
They just keep firing. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Again, it's Russell. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Throwing Russell. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Alabama! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Riles. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Seminoles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he scores! Touchdown, Florida State!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right.
Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Russell. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's wrestled to the ground. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Keelan Russell. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
Come on, Sawmill, Sawmill. Come on, laser, laser. Tino, Tino.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Plucks it out of the air. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They want to throw it. Rushes on him. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
That keeps the score Alabama 33, Florida State 21.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. One final play before the end of the quarter. He might want another play. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking for a deep man. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the tight end. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Throwing Russell. With the catch, it's Rodgers. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense set for a 1st down play. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Play, play. Come on, Sawmill, Sawmill. Come on, laser, laser. Sit up.
Russell. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
18-yard loss.
Man, I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the back. Got his man. Good pickup on that play. Let's give him 9 on that one, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
White 53. Gamer. Come on, check me. Plant.
Keelan Russell. That's got it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking for a man. It's Russell. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw again. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Throwing Russell. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Russell. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. And receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Again, it's Russell. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Florida State, 21. Number 31, set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner is stopped. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll start this drive going to the air. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires left. Got a man, it's Robinson. There he goes. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. That'll put a smile on the OC's face to get a little breathing room. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. He goes right back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Stoke Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third.
Maybe a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable.
Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Quick completion on the out route. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Off play action on first down. Dances away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Ready. Blue, 22. Blue.
To the air, it's Daniels. Under fire. Touchdown, Knowles. Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And they hope for much, much more on that fake punt. Great job by the special. State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for room at the 40.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
He breaks a tackle.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Hard-hitting tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Here comes the heat. He's on the move. Finds a crease at the 20. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go.
and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Finds his man. It's Oder. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Got his man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take...
Makes a grab and room to run. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He turns that loose down the right side. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long.
Ready, go!
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side.
Snags it, and there's running room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down for this offense. Wants to throw it again. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Knowles right after the huge play through the air back to the line. To throw, it's Daniels. Fires to the right. Trying to bowl his way in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right and wrong, and you've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
And the returner goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Lacey. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Noles will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Flanagan. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited, because that guy doesn't get many of those.
Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he got loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Play action, C.J. Carr. Using his legs to buy some time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion, but every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Maybe some room here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got
looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Hogs it downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Riles. Free up the gut. 10. All the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball at 25 and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hard running there. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. There's a crease. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up.
Turning it on! Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's got it and still on his feet. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow. Try to get some penetration. Try to make a big play on 1st and goal that can maybe back them up.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
This is a design run. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of...
Might have a chance. Picks up the 1st down. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. They give it to him again. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Inside the touchdown, Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get hit.
Flying down the left side. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Great job by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Number 17.
FSU calling its 2nd timeout. They'll take this opportunity to talk things over on the sideline. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels! Rolled his way into the end zone. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard's going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he has gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right, and this defense has had absolutely no answer so far, giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines, get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Daniels. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. Goes high to pull it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Seminoles!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense gets set for second down. The run inside. It's Lacey. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. And the Rebels want to move quickly. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The option look. Now the toss. Crosses the 45. There he goes! At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. He slings it deep to the left. Leaping grab for a big gain. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Quarterback making checks. The snap sets up the throw. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They want to run it left here. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Lacey. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. and perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Make a big play in the passing game, single snap, get a touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. They'll give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Tripped up for the tackle. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They want to run this quarterback. Plows through the defense. Strong, firm tackle.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Now the toss. Picks up the 1st down. They bring him down, a big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll take it himself. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And they will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to...
Here's a little room there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Throw, it's Daniels. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Rush is on him. Touchdown, Knowles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
56, Florida State, 42.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexander. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Spins away from the defender. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. And the Rebels in the hurry up.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Lowers those pads. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, 1, you lost yards, but 2, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Finds his man down the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the L.
Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. 5, could be an alley. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. One more play to pad the stats. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football.